Hi there, my name is Cassidy and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, welcome. Thanks for hanging out. So today is a continuation of my vlogging for writing my dark fantasy novel named Project Nameless. Now, today is Saturday. It's about 2:10 in the afternoon, and I got my adulting done for the day. I finished posting my previous vlog, which you'll probably see obviously before this, clearly. Got my groceries done, and now I am ready to kind of hunker down and get into this. I do have more like cleaning and stuff to do, but honestly, that power hour cleaning can wait. It is so hot right now that I can't give a damn. I literally can't. So took a shower, and I do have you propped up on my knee so that way, because I'm too lazy to get the tripod out to actually set you up. So sorry, it's gonna be like super vloggy style. I'm getting everything geared up for my writing session. My goal today, and to bring you up to speed if you're jumping in on this video, is that I am currently on chapter 7. I ended up pantsing the first part of chapter 7, and now I'm gonna actually get into the outlined part of it. So my goal is to just kind of hunker down and get that part figured out and completed. I was thinking while I was doing groceries was that I might split this chapter. The pants section, the way it ends, it feels like it would be weird if I just continued on. I don't know, because I feel like the way it ends, it's like a good chapter ending, but I feel like 800 and like some odd words is too short of a chapter, so I'm kind of nervous about that. I don't know why. I shouldn't care about how big a chapter is, but I think it's estimated like three pages or something in my current format. So might just low-key adjust that and actually just start a new chapter that will have the chapter 7 original outline in it. Haven't decided yet. We'll re-review and get into it and decide then, and I will let you know. Basically, let's get into it. Talk to you in a bit. Bye. All right, writing session done. Okay, so updates. I ended up officially separating that chapter 7 to from Wednesday's writing session. I just felt like it was probably the right move to do. I could probably combine them with my current chapter that I just wrote, but I ended up just writing chapter 8 and separating that. So chapter 8 is now the chapter 7 outline that I did. And then the chapter 7 is my pantsed scene that was not in the outline. So I do need to go through my outline and adjust things a little bit, but that is a little bit of a headache, and I'll probably just circle back to it because I know what's going on. I know what's going on. So chapter 8 was a bit of an intense chapter in terms of just like different emotions going on. I had some dialogue between Celia and our secondary character, who I love him so much. Like, he's probably my favorite character that I've like developed personally, and I feel like his personality is very like, he's open to the whimsical or like the unnatural, but he's very rooted in the current reality. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it makes sense in my brain. But I love him so much. So there was some dialogue between those two. And then other things happened after said dialogue where I was like, oof, it was really intense, where, I've been working on a little bit more of the staff that's kind of giving off microaggressions towards Celia. And these microaggressions are going to be growing over time until it all comes to a head. But this was definitely like a big moment for when that happened. So I really liked how that turned out, and I just was like, yeah. We love, strong female characters. But I also have to make sure that she has her character arc and her growth. So I need to make sure I'm staying true to that and not jumping ahead of myself. So, again, I can make adjustments in the second draft, but I like where it is right now. And so I ended up writing, so it is about 4:45, but I've been done for a few minutes, so I would say about 4:30. So I did like a 2-hour writing session since we've last chatted, and I ended up writing 1,615 words, which is pretty solid. That's about 800 words an hour, which is about what I've been doing the last few writing sessions. And I'm very happy with where I'm at. I think this is going to be the end of this chapter, and then we'll move on to the next. Again, we'll have to adjust the outline. All I know is on my outline, I keep moving the B plot further down because I'm like, it's not time for that yet. That's not time for that yet. And I've in place have been adding like small seeds and crumbs throughout these last few chapters that are in regards of the B plot, and I'm liking how it's turning out. So I'm like, I'm not quite ready for the B plot to fully develop into what I have outlined just yet. I like these little seed plantings and the mysteriousness about it, because for the most part right now, Celia is just feeling very haunted. Like she's always just feeling like there's eyes on her and just feeling very just like on edge. And I really like this idea. So not to seem so dark. So also not related, but I mean, does anyone else literally not sit in their chair like a normal person? I feel like whenever I'm sitting, especially in my office chair, like I'm always sitting with like, for example, both knees up, like both legs up. Maybe it's one, maybe I'm like cross-legged, but I feel like I just never really sit in it like a normal person and like how it's fully intended to be. And I'm like, there's no way this is just me. There's no way. So please let me know if I'm crazy or if that you guys do it too. I'm like, there's no way. I feel like chairs are just meant to be comfortable, and sometimes sitting in them normally is not it. I'm like, I need to get all up in it, like comfy, and sometimes I'll go as far as like, for example, just to show you, like I will full on sit like full gremlin mode where I'm like on my feet are fully on the chair and I'm like leaning on my knees, and I'm like full gremlin mode. So yeah, please tell me I'm not the only one. Please, there's no way. So yeah. That was probably TMI, but honestly, I don't believe in TMI. Anyways, besides the point. So I think I am done writing for the day. I'm getting hungry and I'm ready to just kind of chill out for the rest of the day. I do plan on writing more tomorrow. Probably we'll have another like 2-hour block. We'll see. My current word count is 18,700 words even. So sick. So maybe tomorrow after my writing session, I officially hit 20,000 words, which would be so cool. So cool. So I would be hitting 4,000 to 5,000 words for the week. I'm not good at math, but I feel like that's a good guesstimation. So we'll see. We'll add that up later. But yeah, so that is where I'm at now. And I'm very happy with it. We will begin chapter 9 in the next session. So we're working through it. And I'm very excited. It's just rolling. And I feel like this last chapter, everything's starting to like finally like kick into gear, where we've laid out the foundation and stuff and some of the details of just the world and just the story, and now we're finally getting into like the planning, the plotting, and all of this that's going on. So yes, can't wait, and I'm very pumped about it. So yeah, we'll talk more in the next session. We'll see how it goes, but I think that is it for me today, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye. Happy Sunday. Sorry for the jump scare. It is currently 10:45. It is a nice, wonderful summer solstice Sunday. And I wanted to just basically take a moment and kind of just get into writing a little bit this morning versus later in the day. I still have some adulting to do. I still have to do my power hour of cleaning and getting ready for the week. But I really just don't want to do that right now. I'd rather just be chilling, but kind of like a productive chilling where I'm not just like watching TV or YouTube or anything. Like I'm actually kind of putting some work in, but it's very casual. Very casual. And as I was getting ready, I realized that I'm pretty much wearing sweats in all my writing videos, aside from my application video, which I was wearing jeans, which that was a mistake on my part, honestly, because those jeans were like cutting into my stomach trying to like bend over to paint my toes. Cannot be doing that. And I'm like, why wear jeans while writing when I can be so much more comfortable, and it helps with the immersion. I'm pretty sure that's a scientific fact, by the way. So anyways, I just wanted to make a statement, I guess, saying that I have different clothes than sweats. I promise you, but like, it's writing. I'm gonna be cozy. Anyways, my goals for today is to hopefully hit 20,000 words. I think that will be so sweet to be able to hit that mile marker the quarter of the way through the manuscript. For some transparency, I have been like kind of stewing on the fact that I split chapter 7 and 8. And I'm just like randomly just thinking about this where I'm like, well, what if I just combine those two? Because then the word count will be about 2,600 words for a chapter, which is pretty good, versus like 800 something and 1,600 words separated. So I am finding myself like oddly stewing over that, and I'm like, that is such a dumb thing to be thinking about. I have no preference on chapter sizes when I'm reading. However, when I'm writing it just seems to be a totally different game. And I'm like, I don't know. Do you guys feel like you have a preference between short chapters and long chapters? That is just something that I've been finding myself kind of coming back to. And I'm like, honestly, I just need to just let it be in the past. Because that's a future cast decision on if we're going to combine those or not, and I just need to leave it alone and as is. I just feel like with the subject matter between the two chapters, it just makes more sense to have them separated versus all together. So yeah, I don't know. Am I crazy for that? I don't know. Anyways, I just wanted to say that, yeah, so I am hoping to get a little bit of writing time in, hopefully hit 20,000 words. We'll see. But I got my cup of coffee right here, and we are about to get into this. So yeah, at this point, I will check back in on after I'm done writing or after I take a break, whatever comes first. Because, there's nothing to it just to do it. So cheers. Talk later. Guys, guess what? I hit 20,000 words. I did it. I freaking did it. I feel so good. I'm officially a quarter of the way through my draft 1. And I feel like that is just a huge milestone to hit 20,000 words. I am so pumped. So pumped. I feel like this week of just dedicating it to a lot more free time to writing has really paid off. And I'm really happy with how this chapter went. And again, I kind of went off script a little bit, which is fine because, the chapter outline is a guide. It's a guide. It's not a rule. I just love how it went. So, oh my God. It's happening. Everyone stay calm. Now, if you can tell me what show I just quoted, we should be friends. What freaking gives? So let's talk about it. All right. Okay. Let's get into the nitty gritty. So today I did about 2 hours. Oh, it's about almost 1:30. I did a 2 hour writing session. I did take breaks in between, but in the 2 hours that I was actively writing, I wrote 1,371 words, which encompasses the whole of chapter 9, which is amazing. And, that got me to my milestone. So, really can't complain about that at all. And I just feel like the chapter itself was good. It wasn't like I'm just putting words in just to hit that word count, I was like, no, this is we get in somewhere in the story now. And I'm like, I am so pumped. Sorry if I'm like breathing heavily. I'm just so pumped. Let's get into some of the stats. I figured I'm capping off this week with, let's do the total writing numbers for the week of 5 writing sessions from Sunday to Sunday. And let's just see what we did, shall we? And then we'll kind of talk about more details. All right, so 5 writing sessions. Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, all were about an hour. And then yesterday, Saturday, and today were both about 2 hours, which went really well. So Sunday to Sunday, 5 sessions, I wrote a total of 5,491 words. Love. So freaking proud of myself, and I just am having the funnest time doing this right now. So I am relishing in it while I can, because I know some hardship's going to come in. Probably that midpoint slump is probably going to hit. So I'm really trying to relish this moment as it's happening and being very present in it. I think that's very important for me too. And just a good reminder of, just appreciating what you're giving in the current time that you're giving it. So one thing that I've been really exploring so far in this story, which is really fascinating, is that even with memory loss, you still have some innate abilities that, whether it's a skill set or whatever, but you hold the memories in your body. You may not know where the source of this skill set comes from because, again, you're missing memories, but your body remembers. And so that's been kind of a fun little paradox that I've been exploring in the story, which I think is just fascinating altogether, realistically, where, you lose your memory, but your body can go on autopilot and perform a function that you didn't know you could do. Yeah, I thought that was really interesting, and I'm really, really diving into that area of things. It's really just a fascinating concept. Sorry, it was super rude of me, but I didn't even tell you what my official draft 1 word count is. I only told you what I got for the week. But it is, I'm currently sitting at 20,071 words. Love. So yeah, I'm very pumped about it. So thanks for being here and witnessing this moment with me. And I can't wait to see what comes in store for this next week. But again, I think I'm going to cap off this vlog here, celebrating this milestone and just being present in this feeling for the rest of the day. If you have enjoyed following along or just enjoyed hanging out, please like and subscribe. And if you're interested in seeing where the story goes and just want to hang out with me, your friendly neighborhood Cass, I so appreciate you guys watching that do watch, and I hope to see you guys all in the next one, and we'll discuss next week's goal when we get to it. Love you, see you, bye.